Hi everyone, and welcome to ENVH5102, Environmental and Occupational Health. My name is Dr. Rosalind Penny. I will be the lead instructor this semester, spring 2018, but I will also be joined by Dr. Sean Young, so you will see comments and grades from both of us. This particular presentation is to give you a basic idea of what's expected from you from this course and how you can contact me. This course really is a collected effort from several people. It started with Dr. Thomas Rimmer, who has since retired. I took the class over from him about 6 years ago and have had the great honor to work with these other people who are listed here to develop the course to what it is today. It is a dynamic course, so it will continue to change. So the course that you have may not be the course that somebody takes in 2 years, but it's always a great introduction to environmental health and a very intensive look at the subject. So please be assured that everyone who takes this course will work just as hard as you are going to this semester. As a brief introduction, I am an adjunct assistant professor here in the Department of Environmental and Occupational Health. Dr. Sean Young is an assistant professor in the same department. I am teaching remotely because I have moved to Southwest Colorado in the last year and a half, and I currently serve as the regional epidemiologist for the Southwest region of Colorado. I'm also serving as an environmental health specialist for our local public health agency, so I get to have a lot of fun where I'm working. You can find out more about myself and about Dr. Young in the Coffee House tab on the left-hand side in Blackboard. This is an area where we are going to ask you to make introductions as well, and I encourage you to not only post your introduction, but to listen to all of the introductions of your peers in this class so you can get to know just a little bit more about them. So let's take a look at what's going to be expected of you with this course. There are lectures that are assigned for every week. I say it's assigned, it's a suggested assignment, but I do recommend that you get it done within a 3-week period of when it is suggested that you do these lectures. There are 4 different units, and each unit contains lessons which have lectures within them, readings, and there are quizzes for each of the lectures. So the 3 weeks is that the 3 weeks that you have to complete the lectures and quizzes are based off of where it is suggested that you do these lectures in the syllabus. So be sure to keep up with that. You will have this shortened time to finish those quizzes. It won't be, in the past it might have been that you could wait till the end of the semester to do the quizzes, but that will not behoove you this time. Your quizzes are a large portion of your participation grade, and while each quiz is nominal, it might be 3 to 5 points, in the end, it's going to add up to quite a number of points, and if you miss them all, you will not do well in this class. The second major area in this course is the discussion questions. These are questions that are related to the course content. They're based on the lessons that you've learned of that particular content. And the way that these work is you'll have a due date to post your answer, and you will not see anybody else's answer until you post yours. When you post your answer, everybody else's answers will show up. At that point, you can start responding to your peers. There are due dates that are specific to posting your answers and posting your responses to your peers. So make sure that you pay attention to all of these due dates so that you don't get any late fees or late penalties. The presentation is going to be the last major portion of this course, and there are 2 parts to this. There's a 3-slide draft that you're going to be expected to do, and then there's the final presentation. There's going to be a list of topics in the course from which you can choose. Everybody will have a different topic, and you will have to make a PowerPoint presentation, or you could also do a Prezi. I do accept that. And you will have to play a role in this. So in your in the list of different presentation topics, it will state you're an environmental health specialist with a local public health agency. You are the head of occupational safety at such and such an industry. So make sure that you play that role. I want you to give these presentations as if you were in this role. And I do this because these are real life situations that you might find yourself in. And I want you all to do the research that would be necessary to share your topic with your audience. So make sure you pay attention both to the role that you're playing and the audience to whom you are presenting. After you've done your presentation, we will post the presentations and you will be responsible for evaluating a certain number of your peers. And this is going to be based on the number of students who register for the class and are enrolled in the class. So you will have maybe 5 to 6 different presentations that you will have to evaluate, and then you will also receive part of your grade from your peers. So the basic rule here for points is the major professor is going to have the bulk of the points, and then the evaluation done by the peers is going to have about 50% more of those points. So this is about a third of your grade of what your peers evaluate you as. So make sure that you do a good job so your peers understand what you're saying and feel that you have performed the duties of your topic. So if you have questions about an assignment, please first check the syllabus. If I know that the answer is in the syllabus and you ask me directly, then I'm going to direct you to the syllabus. So you might as well start looking there first. And then if you can't find it there, then check the directions for the assignment. If it's not in, your answer is not in either of those places, then please feel free to contact me. The second part of the slide has to do with time management. It's imperative that you take note of when all of your assignments are due and make sure that you meet those due dates. So for many of the assignments, they are due at 9 a.m., not 9:01. So I've chosen 9 a.m. because I don't see the point of you submitting at midnight and then me not even looking at them until the next morning. So that's why I've set the 9 a.m. Due date or due time. If you feel like you have to get it done by midnight, then get it done by midnight. You have no penalties for getting it submitted early. If, however, you submit at 9:01 or 9:02, you are immediately considered late. So make sure that you get all of your work done by the time on the date expected. Now, I don't do 8:59, I do 9 o'clock. So if you get it in before the clock turns over to 9:01, then you're going to be on time, and that's not a problem. For many of your major assignments, you have between 9 and 17 weeks to get them completed. So I am not going to be very favorable to you asking for an extension just because you were not organized enough to get your work done in a timely manner. So if you know that you're going to be going out of town on a seminar or that you are going on vacation, then make sure you get your assignment completed before that and get it submitted. Again, no penalty for early submission, so feel free to get it in plenty time early. The last thing noted here is the quizzes. You do have a 3-week time limit to get these quizzes completed. Your quizzes, and I can't say this enough, are a significant portion of your participation grade. So be sure that you get them done in a timely manner. You have a single chance to get the most number of points possible. So you can take the quiz as many times as you would like, but it's your first try that's going to count. So if you get full points on your first try, good for you. If you get 0 points on your first try, that means you, no matter how many times you take it, you are still going to end up with 0 points. So be very cautious when you take these quizzes. This slide has to do with academic integrity. I don't typically have a problem with this in this class, and I'd like that to remain this way for this semester. Plagiarism is one of my pet peeves. So in the context of this class, what this means is the use of someone else's words without proper acknowledgement. Make sure you understand how to cite and how to reference. And for this class, we are going to use APA format. Sometimes I ask for a reference, sometimes I'm just asking for your point of view. Anytime you use work that is not yours and that you had to look up, then make sure you cite and reference it. Okay, there's some good stuff at the library that talks about plagiarism. You can go to Purdue University has a great system for showing you how to cite and reference. It's called the OWL, O-W-L. It's some kind of library. I forgot what the OWL stand for, but if you type in to Google Purdue OWL APA, it will give you all kinds of information on proper referencing in APA format. When you do any of your writing, I do not follow APA format for any type of borders or running head or anything like that, because most of your writing is going to be in these discussion boards. But with your citations and your references, I am very adamant about those being correct. For your written and your PowerPoint assignments, there is a chance that I might turn them into Turnitin. This is a fantastic plagiarism website, and it will tell me if you have gotten this information from another source and if you have used it word for word. So be sure that you understand what plagiarism is and how to avoid it. If you have any questions at all about this, do not hesitate to ask me. I am happy to discuss with you at length how you can avoid this, because it can bode very poorly on you, your work, and your time at UAMS if this is caught. So let's just try to avoid it as much as possible. And again, I'll use it for discussion questions, for presentations, and if you want to avoid it, ask me questions. Okay, so now I want to go over how you can do your introductions to us in the coffee house. So I'm going to ask you all to make a YouTube video of yourself. You're going to have to get your own YouTube account. If you have extenuating circumstances that do not allow you to, or you are terribly uncomfortable with making a YouTube video account, then please contact me and I can give you my UAMS account to use. But I do want it to be extenuating circumstances. Social media is now becoming a huge part of public health, and so I want you to be as versed in it as possible. So in your video, of course, I'm going to want your name. I'm also going to want to know what track you're following. If you're going for a certificate, for your MPH, if you eventually want to get your PhD or DRPH, let us know that information. Also, I would like to know what actual track you are in, like epidemiology, environmental health, health, behavior, health education, whatever it is. So I'm going to add that to that portion as well. I'd like to know why you chose to go into public health. And then I want to hear a personal note about yourself. It doesn't have to be too personal, but just something about you as a person as opposed to you as the public health student. Once you have made this video, there are directions in the coffee house. That's a tab on the left-hand side in Blackboard. There are directions there on how to upload it to the Blackboard platform. So make sure that you have your video completed, it's in YouTube format, and remember what you have put as a title for it, because that will help you find it in when you're trying to upload it to Blackboard. I like to make unique titles for mine so that it's easy for me to find it quickly, and that's always seemed to work for me. So pick something unique and you will have no problems with getting it uploaded. If you have any questions or you do struggle with this, then let me know. We can figure out how to get you uploaded. Okay, so now here is how to get a hold of me. The easiest way to reach me is through my UAMS email. And I have this here. You should have access to it with the web email that they have at UAMS. So feel free to email me here. You can also email me through the course messaging system. This will be my main way of contacting you. So feel free to contact me there. I should be checking this every day to every other day. So if you don't need a response quite as quickly, then use the course message system. If you need a response almost immediately, then definitely email me. Now, I am in Colorado, so you won't be able to make an appointment for seeing me in my office unless you come over here on vacation, which would be fine. I would be happy to meet with you in person if you do that. But you can make an appointment with me by phone. So you can email me for the time that will work for both of us, and I can either give you my phone number or you can give me yours and I'll call you. You can also choose to do an in-person interview or appointment by Skype or Hangouts or Zoom, I think I can use as well. So this is my Skype name that's on here. Just again, you'll have to set an appointment with me and we can set up a way so we could do it like a face-to-face with one of these Skype or Hangouts. Make sure that you check course messages, which is a tab on the left in Blackboard, for any communications from me. So I mentioned that second line there under contacting me is through the course message system. I will send a lot of messages that way. So make sure you check it at least every other day or to every third day. I also will be using the announcements feature in Blackboard. So when you log in, there should be an announcement that shows up, or an area for announcements that shows up in Blackboard. I will be using that, if not every week, then every other. If I don't do it one week, I will definitely be doing it the next. So make sure you check there. I will be adding tips for success in this class, things to look out for. If I'm seeing a trend in the class, I will make a note of it if it's not a trend that I want to see continue. I think that's about it. So just make sure that you really check your course messages and your announcements area on a very regular basis. And just a few last notes. It's imperative that you use Google Chrome or Firefox. I believe now they're choosing Chrome as the browser of choice for Blackboard. It used to just be Firefox. It used to just be Internet Explorer. It changes every year, it seems. So right now, let's say it's Chrome, and you may get an email from me saying, no, make it Firefox. But definitely Chrome or Firefox will work a lot better than Internet Explorer. If you find that your lectures are not loading, then make sure you change your browser before you contact me, because invariably that's one of the major reasons why students are not able to access the course. So now I will set you off to get your coffee house video ready, and to make sure you get that done by the due date, which I believe is in a week. So, or I should say a week. You might be watching this a little later in the week. I believe it's the Monday of week 2. So make sure you get that video together and posted so we can get to know who you are and you can get to know us. And I just want to wish all of you great luck with the course. Any questions, you know where to reach me, and I will look forward to meeting and getting to know each of you a little bit more throughout the semester.